There are 7 days in the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But why do people say, I'll start that thing one day? I'll get to it someday. But then one day turns into tomorrow, into next week, into never. In today's video, we're going to be talking about procrastination. And we dress it up so pretty. We say, oh yeah, I'll start one day. Yeah, I'm going to start going to the gym one day. I'll start working on my school project someday. I haven't until the end of the month to do it. I'll do it someday. But more often than not, we never do it. Why? Because saying I'll get to it one day is an excuse to avoid the work that we know we should be doing. That work might be going to the gym. That work might be having a tough conversation with your family about your boundaries and how you're feeling. That work might be school project. It might be going to your job. It might be asking that person out. Whatever the work is for you, if we keep saying that I'll do it someday, eventually you'll do it never. And for those who are new, my name's Lawrence. I'm a public speaker. I help teens and young adults improve their confidence, self-belief, and break bad habits so they can ultimately improve their life. I also do one-on-one coaching if you're interested in that. I also write books. All the links for that stuff in the description below. But back to the point. I too used to be somebody who said things like, yeah, I'll start going to the gym when I feel like it. I'll start when I feel ready. I'll start when the time is right. But the time is never right. The only time is now. This is all that is guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. You're not guaranteed to feel ready. You have to get ready, do it, and then you'll feel ready. It's kind of backwards. It's like the perfect time is now. But Lawrence, I don't have the money. I don't have this. I don't have that. Well, what do you have? You have a phone. You have Wi-Fi. You have some way that you're watching this video. So at the bare minimum, you can learn. And if you're anything like me, you probably had this problem before too, where you spend so much time learning, but very little time doing. I used to be an absolute expert on things, but if someone asked me, well, where's your results? I didn't have any. I knew what I was talking about. I knew it, but can you show it? Can you do it? Because the world, jobs, business, all these things, it doesn't reward thinking, it rewards doing. And yes, it's important to make smart decisions and do research if you need to, but you still have to actually do the thing. Like, I used to be really, really skinny, but I started going to the gym and I built some muscle. I knew how to do it. I had the information. But until you take the information and mix it with application, you never get the result. You can know how to improve your grades. You can know how to get that girlfriend or boyfriend. You can know how to run a business. You can know how to do it. But until you actually do it, you don't have any results. And we'll sit back and, we'll watch other people. This is why I highly encourage that people who see my videos, I don't want you to just sit here and watch it. I want you to do it. I want you to take the actions. I want you to actually use it. Because when we sit around and we're watching other people, we're watching their YouTube videos. We're watching them live their life. We're watching them, people with the fancy car or whatever. We're watching videos of that stuff. It's like our brain releases the chemicals as if we have that, and it gives us this fake version in our mind of like, wow, I could do that too. And then you just go to the next thing. But you never actually do it. It's like watching someone play the game. Yeah, that's cool. Like, this is entertaining. This looks nice. But actually playing the game, you're like, wow, this is real. And until you get that real feeling of achievement, until you get that real feeling of that girl or guy said yes to you, that real feeling of starting a business and you get a customer, that real feeling of taking your grades from an F to an A, that real feeling of doing it, you don't know how good it is until you actually taste it. Like, I could sit here and tell you all day about my mom's baked macaroni and cheese. I could tell you about it. I could give you details. I could say it tastes like this, the textures are like this, the heat is like this. It got 4 different types of cheese and they blend together. And you're like, yeah, that sounds good. Like, that sounds nice. But until you taste it, you don't really know what I'm talking about. And society like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and all these things, it kind of has made us get addicted to looking at the food, but not actually tasting it. Because to actually taste it, to actually get the fulfillment, to get the reward, to get that relationship, to get that car, to get that job, to get into that college, to become a doctor, it take work. It take work, and the work isn't easy. Okay, when you start going to the gym, the weight is heavy. You get tired. You frustrated. You're like, man, oh, I'm sore. My back hurt. My arms hurt. I don't think I could do it anymore. But you gotta keep showing up. You gotta keep showing up. You gotta keep showing up in order to get that reward down the line. That's called delayed gratification. But things like short form content, things like DoorDash, things like all this have made us get addicted to instant gratification. Like, I need it now. I want it now. I want the next video. This is how we live our life. We never really stick with nothing. We a little bit over there, 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 a little bit over there. But the people who say, you know what? It might take me 4 or 5 months to get the thing I want. It might take me a year. It might take me 10. But I'm going to focus on this. Those are the people who, like, get the real thing. And once you taste the real thing, you're never going back. Once you get that real fulfillment, once you get that real affection, that real relationship, that love, that attention, once you get that real deal thing, once you get that job, once you get into that college, once you get the thing that you've been working on, that you've been putting effort into, that you've been learning about, that you've been planning on, once you really get it, you don't go back. Because saying one day, saying someday will never happen. One day isn't a day of the week. You got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then again, people say things like, oh, I'll start on Monday. I'll start next week. But why don't you just start today? Today is the only day that you're guaranteed. You might not wake up tomorrow. Like, I know how grim that sounds, but it's the truth. You might not wake up tomorrow. A lot of people died in their sleep. However, you got right now. What can I do right now? Whatever your goal is, maybe you want to start going to the gym. Okay, it's 2 in the morning when you're watching this, for example. You're not going to the gym at 2 in the morning. Okay, I could do some push-ups. I could do some squats. I could hit a plank for 10 seconds. I could do something. Yeah, I want to become a doctor, but Lawrence, if I'm in high school right now and I'm trying to become a doctor, I can't just get up and, walk into med school. I can't do that. But what can you do? You could start studying more right now, improve your grades. That way, you can get into the good med school. You could do that. Well, Lawrence, I want to maybe, let's just say your goal is get a relationship. That's a lot of people want that. I want to get a relationship. I want to get that girlfriend. I want to get that boyfriend, but I'm nervous. I'm shy. I don't know what to do. Say hi to somebody. Say, I like your shoes. Where'd you get them? I like your haircut. I'm telling you, if you're a lady watching this, just tell a dude you like his haircut. It'll work. Just say, I like your haircut. Your barber did a good job. You could say that. Men are very, very simple. Or if you're a guy watching this, you could say something like, I don't know, I like your hair. Just whatever. I don't know, you got a nice jacket. You don't gotta sit there and plot out some crazy thing. Just get the ball rolling. Because An object in motion will stay in motion, so you gotta get you some motion. You have to figure out, where am I going? What do I need to do? Today, if you go to the gym and all you can do is 5 push-ups, that's what you got today. You don't gotta be perfect every single day. You just gotta put one foot in front of the other, and then put one foot in front of the other, and eventually you'll get where you're trying to get. During that time, though, there will be obstacles, there will be resistance. There will be times when, okay, hopefully you guys don't hear that and if it's too loud. There will be times when, you'll be tired. There will be times when you're frustrated. There will be times when you're like, man, I can't keep doing this. But you gotta just keep going. So what do you do during these times? You take a deep breath. You remind yourself, why did I start? Why did I start going to the gym? I want to be more confident. I want to feel better about myself. I want to believe in myself more. I want to see what my body is physically capable of. I want to, maybe you might be like 25 years old watching this and you're about to get married. I want to be able to fit into that wedding dress. I want to be able to be healthy so that when I have kids, I'm able to live a long time and, see them grow up. Maybe that's what you want. Why did you start studying for that college test? Why did you start trying to become a doctor? Well, I wanted to become a doctor because when I was growing up, my grandma had leukemia, so I want to be able to help the people with cancer and save people's lives. Maybe that's why you started. That's a pretty big motivation. And each of us have to find that reason for us. Like for me, there's a lot of days when I make videos and I might be tired. There's a lot of days when I feel frustrated. There's a lot of days when I'm like, man, it's getting hard. But then I remind myself why I started. I remind myself that I started doing this so that kids who grew up like me wouldn't feel so bad about themselves. Because I used to be a very insecure, very unconfident person. Now I'm very confident. I love myself. I want to help people who went through things like what I went through so that they don't feel as alone. You got to remind yourself on the day when it's hard, why did I start this? Maybe you started that business or you started that job so that you could help out your family. Maybe you are studying for that test so that you can be able to have a successful career and, again, help out your family or something. And we gotta find a reason bigger than ourselves. Because when you're so focused on me, what can I get? At a certain point, there's no fulfillment in that. At a certain point, it's like, I've got the shiny stuff, I got the car, I got the money, I got the stuff. Now what? You gotta find a reason outside yourself. Like, maybe you wanna give back to your community. Maybe you grew up in a really bad neighborhood, so you wanna put a playground in there so that the kids are able to go outside and have fun. Maybe you grew up in a really violent area, so you wanna be able to, I guess, reduce the crime rate somehow. Like, you become the mayor and make some law changes or something. Maybe you just want to help other people feel better about themselves. Maybe you want to help people to lose weight or build muscle, or you become like a tutor so that the kids who are struggling in math don't fail. Whatever it is for you, you got to find not only a reason to keep going, not only a reason that's bigger than yourself, but you got to start today. It's like, we can sit and think like, man, if only I started 5 years ago, imagine where I'd be. But imagine if you start today and 5 years from now, where you will be. Because that time is gone. This time is not guaranteed. But all you got is right now. The past is the past. The future is the future, which you might not even wake up to find out. All you got is right now. Post that video. I don't care if you only have a phone. Okay, when I started making my videos, this is what I did it on. iPhone. No microphone, no nothing, just straight hit the red button, post. That was it. That's how I was coming. And I started that, and now I got the webcam, and then I got the ring light, and I got the office, and I'm living good. I got the microphone. I'm living fantastic. All because when I was 15, I said, you know what? I'ma start. But I'm 15 years old. Nobody gonna listen to me. But I'ma start. But I don't have a good microphone and a camera and all this stuff. But I'ma start. But I don't really know what I'm talking about. But I'ma start. I don't have it figured out. I'ma figure it out. And you're gonna figure it out by starting. Because trying to be perfect, procrastination is just perfectionism dressed up really pretty. I've said that before and I will say it again. A lot of times, we will spend our entire life trying to be perfect, trying to have it all figured out. Oh, I'll start when I have the camera. I'll start when I have this. I'll start when I have that. Unless it is something you need, start now. If you want to start making YouTube videos, do it on your phone. But what if people make fun of me? What if they judge me? What if this? What if that? People will judge you. You're going to judge yourself. But then there's going to be people who like it. There will be haters. There will be supporters. There will be people who just say, I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm going to just go past and I'm not going to interact, nothing. And you have to, regardless of if it's perfect right now, if you have the right microphone and the right webcam and all this stuff, regardless of what you're working with, work with what you got. Today, all you have is right now. All you have at this moment. All you have is this. And you take a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit, and before you know it, one day, someday, turns into today. Today, I'ma start. Today, I'ma work with what I got. Today, I'ma figure it out. Today, I'ma do the thing that I've been scared of, because once you do it, you'll realize that, it wasn't even that scary. We make it so much worse in our head than it is in reality. We say, well, what if people make fun of me? What if they don't like it? What if I fail? What if this happens? What if that happens? Well, what if it works? What if that? What if it works better than you thought it would? What if you do get that happy relationship? What if that person does say yes? What if the job does hire you? What if you do get into college? What if you do become somebody that changes your entire family? What if you do get your family out of poverty? What if you do succeed? What if you do start building muscle in the gym? What if you do lose that last 20 pounds? What if you do? What if you do become a straight A student? What if you do get accepted to Harvard? What if you do become a doctor? What if you do become a lawyer or a plumber or start that business? What if you do succeed? The only way to find out is if you start. Because on your deathbed, most people go to the grave with a very long list of coulda, shoulda, woulda. Man, I should have tried more. Man, I could have. Man, I should have. If I could go back, I would have. But you didn't. So, start now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not on New Year's Day, not when the time's right. Do it now. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was probably one of my best ones. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, if you're a podcast host, school principal, or run a youth organization, you can contact me to speak at your school or organization at lawrence@lawrenceharris.com, as well as if you're looking for books or one-on-one coaching, you can find all of that below. Have a good one.